Discover the peace, faith, and hope that Jesus offers in Matthew 5. Watch now and find the inspiration you need to face life's challenges, knowing the Jesus who gave his life for us and who loves you unconditionally. A few minutes a day that show you how much God loves us.
Let's go.
Matthew 5. The Sermon on the Mount. The Beatitudes. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up into the mountain. And as if he had sat down, his disciples approached. 2. And he began to teach them, saying, 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. For blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they will obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and say all kinds of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven, for in this way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Disciples are the salt of the earth. You are the salt of the earth. Now, if the salt becomes tasteless, how can it be restored to its flavor? It is good for nothing except to be thrown out and trampled on by men. The disciples, the light of the world. You are the light of the world. A city built on a mountain cannot be hidden. Nor do they light a lamp to put it under a bushel, but on a lampstand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Jesus did not come to revoke the law, but to fulfill. Do not think that I came to abolish the law or the prophets. I did not come to revoke, I came to fulfill. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or one tittle will pass from the law until all is accomplished. Therefore whoever violates one of these commandments, although one of the least, and teaches men in this way, will be considered least in the kingdom of heaven, but whoever observes them and teaches them will be considered great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say to you, unless your righteousness far exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Jesus completes what was said to the ancients about murder. You have heard that it was said to those of old time, you shall not kill. Whoever kills will be subject to judgment. But I tell you that everyone who is angry with his brother without cause will be subject to judgment, and whoever utters an insult to his brother will be subject to the judgment of the court. And whoever calls him a fool will be subject to hellfire. If therefore, when you bring your gift to the altar, you remember there that your brother has something against you, leave your offering before the altar, first go and be reconciled with your brother, and then, returning, make your offer. Make an agreement with your adversary without delay while you are on the way with him, so that your adversary does not hand you over to the judge to the bailiff, and you are thrown into prison. Truly I tell you, you will not leave there until you pay the last penny. Of adultery, ye have heard that it was said, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I tell you, whoever looks at a woman with an impure mind has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to stumble, pluck it out and cast it from you. For it is profitable for you that one of your members should perish, and that your whole body should not be cast into hell. And if your right hand causes you to stumble, cut it off and cast it from you. For it is better for you that one of your members should perish, and that your whole body should not go into hell. It was also said, whoever divorces his wife must give her a bill of divorce. But I say to you, whoever divorces his wife, except in the case of illicit sexual relations, exposes her to becoming an adulteress. And whoever marries the divorced woman commits adultery. Of oaths, you have also heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not swear falsely, but you shall strictly fulfill your oaths to the Lord. But I say to you, do not swear at all, not even by heaven, because it is the throne of God, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, nor for Jerusalem, because it is the city of the great king. Nor swear by your head, for you cannot make one hair white or black. But let your word be, yes, yes, no, no. What happens from this comes from the evil one, of revenge. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the wicked, but whoever strikes you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. And whoever wants to sue you and take your tunic, leave him your cloak as well. If someone forces you to go 1 mile, go 2 miles with him. Give to whoever asks you, and do not turn your back on what you want to lend to you. From love to others, you have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may become children of your heavenly Father. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and the good and sends rain on the just and the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward have you? Do not publicans also do the same? And if you greet only your brothers, what else do you do? Do not the Gentiles also do the same? Therefore, be you perfect, as your heavenly Father is perfect. Hello everybody. I want to thank you for watching the video, and sincerely wish that God blesses you more. Your presence and support means a lot to me. If you liked, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This motivates me to produce more interesting content for you while learning your language. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.